What's up, guys? We're back with another video. As you guys saw last video, I walked you through this thing. Today, we're not working on this thing though. Tonight's project, I guess, it's 9 o'clock already, but we're getting this guy ready for a drift event this weekend. Are you ready for it?
I hope so.
No, you're not. You're not ready.
I'm not.
You're not ready.
I'm not.
We got to work on your car.
Right, you're right. I'm not ready.
You're not ready at all.
I'm
Why
not
don't you
ready.
explain us what we got to do today? Well, let's talk about the car first. Like, what do we got here?
Well, we got a very dirty, very dirty.
Yeah.
2002 IS300.
Okay. How long have you owned this thing?
8 months.
8 months.
8 months. Driven it 100 miles. Maybe.
100 miles. Things sometimes starts, sometimes doesn't. It starts when it wants to.
Yeah. It's just been sitting.
What have you been done to it so far?
I did a seat. I did coils.
See, well, let's see it.
Got
Seat.
the premium NRG.
Oh yeah, NRG. Basically stock interior. Ripped the back seats out so you could slide a little bit.
Yeah.
Got some junk back there, but
All
it's chill.
this junk.
Yeah, that's my stuff. Sorry.
Got some Mustang wheels in the front.
Mustang wheels?
Yeah, BC coilers.
Yep. What series?
They're the DR.
BR series.
Right?
Yep. You get the same color as me.
Yeah.
So the BR series.
Yeah.
Dude doesn't even know what he put on his own car.
Got 250,000 miles on this puppy. It's gonna need some maintenance.
Little bit of oil leaks. Little bit of, just the clutch is slipping. Burnt the clutch out of it. How'd you do that?
For sliding, yeah, that one day in the rain, burned the clutch out of it, like three spins.
Three?
Three
We did
laps.
3 laps on the county road. Cop got us. And burnt clutch.
He walked up to me. He goes, I smell your tires.
No, you didn't, bro. You smelled the clutch.
It's raining.
Today, we're going to be working on this thing. We're going to do a valve cover. We're going to do plugs, wires. First things first, we're going to take the intake off. And then next to the throttle body, there's a couple clips and just bolts, random shit. Plugs and connectors we got to take off. So we're going to get that off and then update you guys how that goes. Struggling with the hose clamper. We got Father Dom trying to get this thing in here. Update so far, we got the intake off.
There.
We got the timing cover off. And we're about to pull the throttle body off.
Pliers there. Okay.
Alright, we got the half of the intake manifold off, throttle body, all the plugs and stuff that are disconnected. It's kind of just a rat's nest in here, to be honest. We got to take these plugs out. Spark plugs, everything that you're looking at right here. And the valve cover, and we'll hit you back when we get that off. Alright, so we got all the plugs, wires out, except the spark plugs. We did not get those out. We got the coil packs and everything out. We actually just vacuumed the rat shit out of Caden's last 2 cylinders. We are going to pull this valve cover off, and as you can see, it is just greasy in here. So we're gonna get the valve cover cleaned up too once we get that off. And the valve cover bolts are loose, so
That's probably why we're leaking out.
yeah, it might be. Cover is off a little more than we expected, but they look good. Oh my god,
Nice.
that's crazy. It's fine. I didn't hit the lows or anything. All right, so we're gonna get this surface cleaned up, and then we're gonna clean the valve covers because they're greasy and dirty. And then we're gonna swap these plugs out, do a little loop-de-doo. I think we should have sprayed this shit out before we put them. Once we get the valve covers, we'll put them on, clean that out good, take the plugs out, put the new plugs in, and then assemble back together.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's get on the parts washer and get these bad boys clean. These gaskets are hard as a rock, and they cracked every time I tried to peel it off. Gotta vlog this, but we got the surfaces cleaned up, oiled the gasket a little bit. We had to put some RTV or whatever you got, where the
In the corners here.
just do each side of that. Not back there, you didn't have to, I guess, but just the 2 front ones, and then you should be good. Torque them to what?
75 inch-pounds.
75 inch-pounds or what? 8.5 newton meters. And then do it from inside out. So don't torque them right away, but get them snug, and then spread it out and then torque them out. Just wrap this thing up. At least the valve covers are torqued to spec, inside out. Got the PCV valve on now. We got to find this gasket that I dropped down here somewhere for the intake manifold, and then slap this thing back together and fire it up. Oh wait, we gotta do plugs and shit still first, so can't get too ahead of ourselves. All right, valve cover is on. Plugs, wires are in. Same with the coil packs. I think we got them lined up correctly, but we're gonna have to see. Found the gasket for the intake manifold. We're gonna slap that baby back on right now. Throw the throttle body on, and then hopefully it starts. Wrapping up the final touches, got everything put back together. Kate's struggling with this gross ass battery over there. Mostly his terminals, but
Just terrible design.
we're gonna start this thing up here in a second. All right, here goes nothing. Drop power. Oh God, yeah. This thing's money. Keep it running. We'll see if the valve cover leaks at all. Start up. All right, a little scared. We didn't have a coolant hose connected. Thought it was oil, just coolant. It's spilling down there a little bit, but I think we're good now. Hold on, I gotta plug this plug in. All right. Successful mission right there. First valve cover.
Nice.
On a JZ. Next is the clutch, but not tonight. It's 1 a.m. All right, we're back day 2. As you can see, the car's jacked up very unsafely because there's so much rust on this thing. It's actually crazy. Today, what are we doing, Kate? What are we doing today?
Do the clutch, or half of a clutch.
Day 2.
Yeah, day 2. We're taking out
IS300. Taking out the clutch today because why can't we put the clutch back in?
I didn't order a flywheel.
Oh.
So, Dom.
Yep. Dom's hooking it up again. Quality Engine's gonna resurface the flex plate for us, or the flywheel, whatever you want to call it, and then yeah, we can get this thing back in. So today's gonna be taking it out, and that's it. All right, we got the skid plates off. Caden's working on taking the exhaust off.
I'm working on scraping the rust off the bolts.
Scraping the rust off. We might have to get a torch out and cut those.
Jesus.
Gonna get that stuff ready, and when we get the transmission ready to come out, we'll update you guys then. All right. Caden just broke his shifter. Just joking. Don't lose that ring.
Yeah.
We got to unbolt this thing. The shifter, we got, looks like 4 Phillips down there. Take the top of that thing off, and then I got the underneath all there to go. Took the slave cylinder out. We gotta take the rest of the transmission mount off, but it's ready to go. I undid all the plugs, and then just gotta undo the bell housing bolts, and we should be good to go. So we're gonna get working on that.
Need the Phillips.
Jeez. Get in there, man. So you guys, it's a 10 mil, so not a screwdriver.
Tricky one though.
You could get what the top is round, the bottom side is hex 10 mil. So breaking them loose right now. We're gonna get this thing pulled off and pull this thing. I'm just kidding, we're gonna eat first.
Ease them down the ribs.
There it is. So that's the shifter right there. Boom. Ready to go. Alright guys. Transmission not out yet. It's hidden in the car. We did not seal the back end of the transmission. So if you look under there. Yeah. But we got all the bolts out. And it's coming. We just need to figure out what the correct angle is to get it out. We got it. It actually just fell out on its own. We had it dangling there. Fell and it started leaking a shit ton more oil as we had it almost cleaned up, but pull it out of there. All right, we got this bad boy out. Anchor out here with all the oil. What is this, W55?
Yep.
Shit. But she's out. Come here, take a look at all the bell housing bolts. You got 2 17s on the top, 14 on the side, 2 14s over here. You got a 14 right here, or this is a 17 and then another 14. And then on the bottom, I think there's one more 17. Let's look for sure. I actually don't remember. 17, 2 17s. So, whatever that mass out to. I'll count for you later maybe. But yeah, You just gotta jiggle that thing out. A lot of people are taking the exhaust out, which you do not have to. So.
Well, no, we didn't actually.
No, we didn't take a single piece of exhaust. One bolt that holds. There's a mount to the tranny underneath here. With this bracket holds one of the exhaust mounts. But other than that, pull that thing off. You're good to go. Shifter. A couple plugs here and there. One plug and one bolt that goes through right here. As we see, we took this one out because there's a wire connecting there. Now we are currently getting the clutch disc, pressure plate fingers off, and the flywheel. How many bolts is it?
6 or 8.
All right, 6 or 8 bolts that you got to take off, and underneath that there's going to be probably another 6 or 8 flywheel bolts that you take off, and then boom, you're to the rear main seal. We're gonna get that off and see what these bad boys look like. We're done here for night 2 of getting Caden's drift car ready for the event this weekend. So there's a couple things we got to do left. We're at a standstill today. We got the clutch out, we got the flywheel out, looked at everything, it looked good. We got to get the flywheel resurfaced, so we're gonna send that off to machine shop tomorrow. Hopefully we can get it back by Wednesday, and then put that bad boy back in. We got to slap all this stuff back together. Caden has got to get some new tires. He's been driving on cords for the last 200 miles. It should be fine for a drift event, I think. We got to put water in the coolant because that's track regulations. And
Mount a seatbelt.
we got to mount a seatbelt,
Mount a fire extinguisher.
and we got to tie the battery down better.
Yep.
If you come over here, the battery's not doing so well. I mean, this terminal, like, that thing's tight too, so I don't know what we got to do. We might have to cut and rewire that thing over here. The battery's also not mounted in there securely, so we have to fix that, get that tied down, and we're gonna clean this filter because this thing is full of gunk. Part 2, we'll catch you guys back when it is time to put the clutch in. All right, we back with day 3 of getting this IS300 ready for the drift event this weekend. As you guys know, we tried to send our flywheel off to get resurfaced at a machine shop, and they couldn't do it. I didn't realize, but this centerpiece in this flux plate, or the flywheel, moves. They bolted up to the machine here, and when they try to resurface it, it'll move and not be centered or just perfect. So they can't resurface this one. So I'm just gonna try and take a little grinding wheel and get these little grooves out. It's pretty smooth for the most part. Try to get these burn marks out and all this gunk at the top and stuff. But I'm not gonna dig it too far, otherwise that'll just make it worse. So we're gonna give it a little skim, brake clean it off, get it nice and clean, and then hopefully she's good still. So we're gonna get work on that. We got this thing pretty scraped up. I think it's pretty even. I try to do long strokes along all of it so it stay the same. We're gonna get this thing brake cleaned and get the next part ready. You guys want to spray down the new parts of your clutch too, because they're gonna have a bunch of factory grease and oil on them so they don't rust. So make sure to brake clean this shit really good, otherwise your clutch is gonna be slipping. Clean your guys' flywheel bolts and your pressure plate bolts, otherwise the Loctite will not stick into the back of your motor, and you do not want that. We are going to pull our pilot bearing out. I got this little tool from eBay, a slide hammer. It's got threads on the back there, and it's like expands inside the middle of the bearing and has a lip on it so it catches the inside of the bearing. I tighten that up, gonna put the slide hammer on it and yank that thing out. Damn it, I always do that. Tool's low-key a piece of shit. All right, need some bread. The puller didn't work, so now we are gonna take some bread As you can see, we got a loaf here. Rip it out. Stuff it in there. And pound it in with a punch. Pound it in with a punch. And hopefully it pushes the bearing outwards. As you can see, we've got bread stuffed in there. One loaf of bread, or one slice of bread. Here, hold that. And we're gonna watch this thing pop right out here. Take your punch, slap that thing. It's gonna take a few goes here. Keep doing that over and over until the bread expands behind the bearing and has enough force to where the bread pushes the back of the bearing out, and then you'll be good. Boom. There it goes. Normally the bread pops out too, but pilot bearing is out. I think Dom was right. I think somebody just did a clutch on this thing. But whatever. They didn't do the reman seal, which we're not going to do either. His buddy doesn't have his parts ready.
Yep. But we're here now, so we're gonna basically just redo everything somebody just did.
Yeah. And then you pop the bread out just like that. It looks like a cupcake. And then you eat it. Just don't eat it. There's grease on it. All right, we got the new bearing, and we got this socket that fits right on the outside around this bearing. So we can press it in, and the socket won't get stuck into that hole. What you want to do is just put just a little bit of anti-seize on the outside of the bearing. So then if it ever gets too hot in here, the bearing starts spinning inside. It doesn't just weld itself to the back of the block. All right, we got the pilot bearing in, and we got the flywheel on. Now we need to red Loctite all your bolts and put them in there. I like to spray brake clean into the threads because there might be some leftover Loctite in there from the bolts before. Red Loctite them, go in a star pattern, and torque them to whatever your torque spec is. All right, we got the flywheel on. Now it's time to put the clutch in. Make sure your clutch disc is facing the right way. This one's labeled. The one on my car was not. So we guessed, put it in wrong. Had to pull the whole transmission. It was a bad day. Make sure you know which way your clutch is going in. Stick that in, line that up with the alignment tool, and then make sure to clean the faces of your clutch discs and your clutch plates and your pressure plates and your flywheel discs and all of your surfaces that are going to be touching each other, because if you don't, like I said, they will burn out and slip. No good. We're going to throw that bad boy on, torque it to spec, and then it's time to slap the transmission in. All right. Without taking the exhaust off, without taking the headers off, the transmission is back where it should be. We are getting the bolts situated here to put them all back in. We got a couple in so far. We're gonna get this thing bolted down, put the tranny mount on, and then once that's in and it's all bolted down, it is freaking go time. 1 out of 10. How much fun was it?
Fun?
Yeah.
6.
Really?
It wasn't fun. It was a good learning experience.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We're learning.
Yeah.
All right, the transmission's in. We got everything bolted up. It's 12 o'clock on a Wednesday night. We got work tomorrow. Totally forgot a vlog. We're just trying to get this thing done so I can get my car in here. I got a couple things to do on that. But yeah, Caden's filling it with oil under here. As you can see, everything's bolted up, nice and done there. I'm just putting the wheels on. We got the shifter back in. Oh my God, was that a pain in the ass. Figured it out though. Center console, interior's halfway back together. He can figure that out the rest of the week. But 2 days till the drift event. I got a couple things to do on there, like I said. Dude's been filling this oil for 30 minutes. All right.
We're gonna start though.
We just got this freaking thing all lubed up. We had to drop the oil because obviously you guys saw it leaked all on my arm that one day. So Caden's gonna start it up here and we're gonna see. First gear. Jesus, don't slam the clutch. Okay. First gear. Don't give it any gas. Second gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. Let it out. Oh yeah. Brake it before you put it in reverse. There you go. Reverse. Oh yeah. That's clutch right there, done by yours truly. We didn't even get the flywheel machined. I found that shit down. Successful mission. 3-day mission. This thing's almost ready for the drift event this weekend. He got to clean his air filter, strap the battery down, and put a fire extinguisher in, and we should be dialed. And mount the seatbelt. Yes. Yeah, you gotta have a seatbelt. Wear your seatbelt, kids. I think we're gonna drop this thing down, maybe take it for a test lap here, and then call it a night. It's currently what's the time?
101.
101. Got it. 101. This thing moves under its own power. I mean, we just did the clutch, eh? Alright, Caden's drift car's pretty much wrapped up. A few tweaks here and there, and gotta add a couple things, but just small stuff. So he should be good to go for this weekend. What you think about it?
I'm stoked. Feels great. The clutch feels great.
First clutch for him.
Yep.
You know, typical clutch struggles, trying to get the transmission back in, but I mean, we got it dialed. So just took it for a test drive. You guys saw it works. Yeah, that's a wrap. Stay tuned for the drift event this weekend. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you next video.